Hey, it's February. You know what that means? Valentine's, no, garage doors. Sexy. Sexy insulated garage doors. I know what you're thinking. Boy, howdy, fella. Those are some sexy garage doors, and you'd be right. You would be 100% fully correctamundo about the sexiness of these garage doors. It's unbelievable. It's blowing your mind. On the last update, we brought you the fact that these old garage doors had to go and that it was in fact going to cost a lot of money, and it did cost a lot of money, but I tell you what, bada boom, bada bing, new doors is in and ready to rock. That means that a lot of other progress has happened. One of the big things that has happened is all of the framing. All of the blocking went in for this new wall here. This new wall is 2x6 framed. It is close to, it's close to 9 feet tall. So, that being said, it's a little bit high up, but that's good. We like high ceilings. I have a powerful lust for high ceilings, and I wish that they were 14 feet, not 8 feet, but we get what we get, and that's how it goes. Very simple framing here, 2x6 on 24 inch. Really nothing spectacular about it, except having to set the blocking in between each door, right? The doors, for the rails for the doors, was a little bit weird, but it just was a matter of going through and doing one by one by one by one and going all across the top and getting those fired in. Not a big deal. I only did a single top plate because I actually am going to do some blocking and wood accent up at the top so that I can actually hang things from a wood piece. Don't worry about it. That's going to be coming in the future. I'll show you what that's all about. This framing is done. I actually got a free door right there, a free interior door that's going to go right here. Headers in. The frame is just clamped in place, or the door jamb is just clamped in place right now. Got that just all done. Not a worry. And so far, all of the framing will be done, except for I have decided to add strapping for the drywall on the roof. Or the roof? The ceiling. You know what I'm talking about. You know, the thing that's up at the top. And the reason for that is that I want to do the strapping so that I can do the insulation much easier than just doing it on the 24-inch spacing on the ceiling up here. I'll probably do strapping at 16 inches. It'd make it a lot easier to land the drywall and much less chance of having any sag. We don't want any sag, bro. And the chances are, with a little bit of extra moisture that's going to be in here, avoiding the sag is probably a good idea. I also am going to run 2 inches of rock wool up there in between the batting and the ceiling to help keep the noise down, because as you might be able to hear right now, it's raining and you can hear it quite a bit out here. But once the space is all built out and I go through doing some of the soundproofing, you guys will never care, except for the fact that there will be a video about it and you'll be like, that's a thing that exists. Okay, the framing is done, which means we've moved on to electrical. Running all new electrical through here, and I'll have it inspected later to get signed off. But as you can see, boxes are going in, things are getting wired. Actually talked about this on a live stream recently. Pretty basic stuff. If you know electrical, you'll know what you're seeing. Some of the interesting stuff that'll go on in here is ground fault, arc fault protection, which is really not interesting to anybody who's an electrician, but it might be interesting to somebody who is confused about what their house may or may not need. And we'll do some slight detail on that stuff. Something I wanted to point out here is these little covers. I happen to enjoy these little covers quite a bit. They are, hold on, I lost my monitor. I lost my monitor, sorry. These little covers right here are made by Buddy Tools. So these are fantastic. They cover up your box makeups by going on the inside, which is weird to do left-handed with holding a camera and talking. They cover up your electrical makeups into the box, and then they got this spear right here. So what you do is you put your drywall board up, and this stabs right through it, and you know exactly where the box is. Then you can take your cutout tool and zip around the box, and you don't accidentally cut any of the wires, because everything is protected by this little guy, this little cover. They're pretty cool. I only have like 6 of them because maybe I only have 5. I think I only have 5. They come like 5 in a pack, but they're really handy, and I guess I'll post an Amazon link, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I am an Amazon affiliate, just so you know, if you're getting charged, you're not getting charged by me. You're getting charged by Amazon, and they give me a commission. I'm supposed to say that now. Federal Trade Commission approved. Anyhow, the electrical is coming along. I have some uppers to do, and then I have that wall to completely clean up, because every electrical box, except for that blue one over there, is basically incorrect and not that great. Overhead lighting will probably be not very interesting to anybody. I'm going to do just 4 recessed LEDs, and then I'm going to actually do a couple of can lights with the controllable bulbs in them for background lighting and that kind of stuff. But I'll probably end up making a video about that, because it's probably going to take a little while because it's a big pain to get everything perfectly up there. But we got some basic can lighting, some basic mood lighting, and then I'll have some upper electrical boxes for the streaming, computer setup, for sitting at the desk and whatnot, and talking into a microphone and having guests and things like that. So that's going to be handled. I still have not decided if I want to keep this door. I'm torn. I'm torn between the accessibility of the door, but the downside is that I want to plumb my drain right through there. And that's kind of an issue because there's a door in the way, right? Otherwise, I'm gonna have to put a drain over there in the corner, and that's gonna get a little bit weird. So, but needless to say, I'm still torn on the door. I think I might want the door. I don't know if I want the door. I don't know, I'm torn. But some of the stuff that in here you'll notice from last time is that everything is up on a shelf somewhere pretty much, except for fish tanks, right? Fish tanks and some tools and bags of tools and stuff like that. But I got all of these shelves in now. You guys know in the past I've made my own shelves, but it just didn't seem to be important for this to spend the time building the shelves. I could have easily spent the time building the shelves, but it would put this on delay, right? So could have done it. Otherwise, we just ended up getting some pre-made shelves, and we went ahead and stored all the stuff on the shelves. One of these racks will go in here for tool storage, for the like in and out all the time storage. And then as you guys see, I still have all of these Rubbermaid totes that are filled with tools and miscellaneous crap that for construction jobs, like this bin up here is finish nails. Bolts and nuts. Somebody did it backwards. Normally it's nuts and bolts, but we sometimes around here go bolts and nuts. Nuts and bolts, bolts and nuts. You know how it is. And then I've got fish tanks on the ground and stuff like that, but definitely made a lot more workspace to be able to get around, navigate, and get stuff done. So that's pretty good. Going to be wrapping up the electrical fairly soon, which means then it'll be time to run the water. We'll have to run some water in here. Very short run because water is over in that corner over there by the hot water heater. So everything's going to go up, over, back down, into the wall. And it's one of the big reasons I did the 2x6 wall instead of a 2x4 wall. So I'll have a little more extra space for some water. Because I'm going to need water in here if I want to fill up fish tanks, right? And do water changes and things like that. So that's the current update on the chaos that is this fish room project. It continues on, though now we're making headway, okay? We got garage doors, we got the framing, we got the electrical going in, I got more electrical work to do. I keep working on it every night. I keep getting closer and closer to finishing this and getting a tank full of water. So big appreciation, big shout out to everybody who's been supporting the channel for a long time. If you'd like to support the channel and you're looking forward to more and more and more content, you can head over to Patreon and support the channel, or you could just super thanks or become a member on YouTube. There's a million ways to support if you want. Otherwise, watching is pretty damn good too. So thanks a lot, guys. I'll talk to you later. What? Is there a freaking button? There's like a button. Does anybody know where the button is?